Diane from Teach Pre-K. It's the beginning of the school year for me, and one of the themes that I start out with every year is a theme called About Me. And I know a lot of preschool teachers use this same theme as one of their beginning themes so the kids can get to know each other and you can get to know them better. I have a about me lesson plan in my teacher's pay teacher store that I will refer to in my description, where you can find some of the activities that I'm going to show you. But these activities would be really easy for you to make yourself as well. And hopefully, they will inspire you and give you some ideas. But what I want to talk about today, especially, is how I use the About Me week. I use it as my greatest tool for classroom management. During the week of About Me, I do a lot of activities where the kids can show me their favorite things, talk about themselves, what they like, what they don't like. They bring things from home, and I slowly get to know little things about them that I will use on a daily basis that help me with classroom management. And you're probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about. Well, I truly believe that the most important part of classroom management is creating personal relationships with all of your students. And the best way that you can do that, of course, is learning more about them and remembering little details to bring up later as you chat with them. Or on the rug, you can do a little call out like, oh my gosh, this is green. And I learned today that green is Silas's favorite color and Benny's favorite color. And it's one of Tiffany's favorite colors too. And they just light up when you do that. So they start to realize that you are interested in them. And when they know that you are interested in them and you like them, managing your classroom on every level is going to be so much easier. So, I want to show you a few of those activities that I do that you could incorporate into your About Me week or your About Me theme or friends and family theme, or really anywhere in your year if you feel like you just want some activities to help you to get to know your kids better and for them to get to know each other better. So, one thing that's a favorite that I always start out with is this little About Me bag. And it says, in this bag, you will soon see there are three things that tell the story of me. Has a place for their name. Please put three things that tell us a little bit about your child, a photo or two, or small trinkets, or anything else you can think of, and bring it back by the end of the week. Well, these start coming in really quickly, and this serves many purposes. For one thing, it's an introduction to show and tell. And I have the kids in my class stand next to me and I help them with this first little show and tell, which in turn fulfills a speaking and listening standard in early childhood. So you're already getting into your standards, kind of teaching them how to be when you have show and tell or show and share in the future. So I love this activity, and especially because if they're a little shy at the beginning, it's something that I can really assist them with. So they will put things in their little bag, like a picture of their family, which I actually request, not necessarily to put in the bag, but we'll do friends and family the next week. And I have family picture activities that I need to do. So it's a perfect thing for the parents to include to this and then in this, and then I just keep them and we use them for the next week. But they'll always put little Matchbox cars, Hot Wheel cars, possibly little figurines, little mermaids, little dolls, little Happy Meal toys that just really illustrate what they like. And what I like to do is as they show their things, I will put it to the rest of the class, raise a quiet hand, and we're practicing raising quiet hands. So I'll say, raise a quiet hand if you like to play with cars too. Raise a quiet hand if you have brothers and sisters too. Wow, even though we're all different, there are so many things that we all like. So it's great. It's a great tool to show them that yes, they're meeting these new people in their class, but there's so many things we all have in common. And it just helps them relate to each other better too. It's such a wonderful relationship building tool. And I always try to remember some of their favorite things and bring them up later. Like if they're in small group with me, or as I greet them at the door, or I'm like, hey, what were you playing before you came here? Were you playing with your Hot Wheel cars? Or, did you have ballet class today? Something like that. So again, I am getting that relationship established and strengthening it as I go. And therefore, when I want those children to come to my centers or to do anything for me, help me with a task, stop touching their friends, stop talking, they are more apt to do those things for me willingly if they know I am interested in them and I really care about them. It is the best, and it builds this classroom community that is like no other when you are always bringing things up that you remember and have taken the time to care about the friends. They all love it. They're like, "Oh, Stella loves purple too." Like they start doing it too. It's fantastic. I've seen a lot of friendships evolve over that. Another activity I have, and I use this to teach using clothespins for fine motor. I'll go through teaching them how one side's open, one side's closed. We pinch the open side to close it and make the other side open. And so then we'll do a clothespin activity. And this is we clip our favorites. So this is my favorite color. So they will clip like pink. And I will remember some kids clipped almost every color. It was really cute. Favorite pet. And some kids don't have a pet. So I will say, what pet would you like if you could have a pet? Oh, I'd like a kitty. Then favorite holiday. What's your favorite holiday? Oh, it's Christmas. And I'll say mine too. And so on and so on. Your favorite snack, favorite ice cream flavor, favorite drink, favorite fruit, favorite vegetables, treats, and just food. And so many of us said pizza. So it was such a great get to know you activity, a great fine motor activity. So here I am. I am covering a fine motor standard. I am learning more about the kids to help me with classroom management. They are learning more about each other to help establish a classroom community. It is just win, win, win all the way around. Another super fun thing I do is I do an about me book. So I take pictures of the kids that I use in the classroom and for their journals and things like that. And I'll use them for our class book. So I have them come to my center and I ask them these questions and I fill this out. I'll be like, let's see, you're 3 years old, right? And I try to say what I know as we're filling this out when I'm with them. So then they're like, she knows me. I'll say, oh gosh, look at me really carefully. Ooh, your eyes are such a pretty shade of brown. And you've got brown hair. Hey, what's your favorite food? I really love pizza. And they'll say, mac and cheese. My favorite color is black. What's your favorite color? Purple. What's your favorite animal? And when you grow up and get big, what would you like to be? This one is my favorite because I get some great ones. One little boy wanted to be a ninja. Another friend wanted to be a Mandalorian. And then I love that show, The Mandalorian. So I just looked at him and I said, course you do. This is the way. And he just got so excited. So then what they do is on the other side of that page, they glue a picture of themselves. And I make this into a book. And I have one from my teeny tiny class during the COVID year here. So this is my preschool class from 2020. So I will read it and I'll say, okay, we have to guess who this is. They're 3 years old. They have blue eyes and white hair. I write down whatever they say. Their favorite food is pancakes. Their favorite color is blue. Their favorite animal is a horse. When he grows up, he would like to be Finn. And wouldn't you know it, it's Finn. I love that Finn wanted to be Finn when he grew up. So then we'll go to the next one. So I have the kids like guess who they think it is, and they raise a hand and they tell me who they think it is. And we'll do a few of these pages during transitions, like before we go to centers or before we line up. And we will eventually get through the whole book, but we continue to pull that book out at different times of the year and see if the kids know each other better and can guess who it is faster. And they really do, because they get to know each other so well. And I think that's just so cute, so important, and it really shows the community building that we've worked on during the year. Another thing that we do, I have so many About Me activities, is we'll do some birthday activities, like with this little birthday page. This is another About Me thing that you can do and just place in your room so that we can look at these. So you could put a picture of the student and then a picture of their family. It is their birthday, how old they are, favorite color, favorite food, their favorite place, and their favorite things to do. And their name right up here. So you could have a wall where you put this. You don't have to make a book. And then they can come over and look at their friends and themselves and their family. And you can do this instead of a family wall. I do a family wall with just family pictures on it. And that is something that the kids really like too. So there were, 3 or 4 About Me activities that I do during About Me week. I do a lot of other name activities and things like that. And we will do the bags every day. We'll do a few in whole group. So we'll slowly get through everyone's and get to know everyone a little bit better. Then when we do our family and friends week, we get to know the names of everyone in their family and if they have pets. And so we're getting to know each other slowly but surely. And we're building this great community. And we're all learning to know each other so well, like each other even more. And we build this trust within each other, within our little classroom, where we kind of become a special unit. And as the leader, the teacher, it is so much easier when you create a community to get your community to listen, to be able to do activities that are fun together and be careful. Like I do a lot of science experiments where we might use water that's a little warm, almost hot, and we need to be careful. I need to trust my kids. I need to know that they're going to listen to me. And the more I can build a strong relationship between the two of us, the more that trust is going to build, and I can do more fun things in the classroom with them. I'll know that if I ask them to put a bubble in their mouth when we walk down the hall, they're going to do it. If we do some crazy fun movement stuff on the rug, I can bring them back down a lot easier if I've created these great relationships with them and created this great classroom community. So I hope that this video can give you some ideas of how you can do that. And I promise if you work really hard at creating this great classroom community at the beginning of the year and pick out little details, try to remember a detail about each child during the day. Some of you might have too many kids to do that, but do your best to do it. And if you missed one and they fell through the cracks because they're so quiet, pick up on them the next day. I promise if you do that, you are going to have a much better year. You're just going to be able to teach so many more things. Your class is going to love you. You're going to love them more. It's not going to be perfect because it will never be perfect. You will always have behavior issues that come up. You will always have, days where it's hard to get the kids off their super high energy level and really listen. That's a given with any preschool and pre-K teacher. But it will all be easier if you really, really put forth a program of getting to know your kids. And best of luck to you guys. If you haven't started school yet, I'm excited for you to start and meet your new kiddos. I already am in love with my new kiddos. They are the best. And I can't wait to learn more about them this week. And I hope you can put some of these ideas into practice. And like I said, I have these plus a million other activities in my About Me lesson plan. I will put a link to it in the description of this video, but you don't need that. You can invent these things yourself. You can handwrite things. You can find ways to, just put a bunch of shapes on a page and, do it yourself. You don't need to buy anything. Everything is available to you. And I know that I've made several videos on how you can make your own stuff. Maybe look at those or some other teachers' videos on how to make their own worksheets or whatever. And you can definitely do this. Anyway, have a great first of the year. And I'm so excited to hear how everyone's year is going. If your year's going great, just leave me a comment. If it's not going great and I can help you in any way, I'd love to do that too. Thanks so much for watching as usual.